but I'm in this open house, right? And the first hour went by, nobody came in. The second hour went by, nobody came in. I had been holding this home open for months now. So pretty much anybody who wanted to see it probably already saw it already. By the time that third hour hit, I clearly remember looking around, right? It was a vacant property, looking around. I walked to the front door and I turned the lock on that front door. And I literally just dropped to my knees, full on bawling, having a breakdown at that moment. And it was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I spent all this money to get in this business. I moved across the country. I've been trying to make it and nothing is working for me. My lights are off at home. I barely have any gas. Any food that I have is going to go bad. Why am I even doing this? You know, and that was a big moment for me. And it was a moment where I was faced with two decisions. I could either throw in the towel and let it all go right now, or I could try to figure it out. I can keep pushing forward. I can keep pushing forward. At that time though, in that moment, I couldn't see a way out. I couldn't see what I was going to do differently. I felt like I had tried and did just about everything. I couldn't see the way out, but I knew that I didn't want to give up. I knew that there was more in store for me. I didn't know what it looked like, how it was going to play out, but I knew I didn't give up. I didn't want to give up. Turns out that next week, I ended up getting a call from an agent who presented me with an offer. We took that offer to closing. She bullied me the whole time. She knew that I was brand new. I wasn't good at anything, but I got my check. And that was kind of a sign for me that, you know, no matter what happens, just keep moving, just keep pushing forward, because right around the corner could be that breakthrough that you needed. And you're going to get tested like that all throughout this career. I know that now where I'm at right now, you're going to get tested all throughout this career, but that breakthrough is literally right around the corner, because that test is a test to see if you should even move to the next level, or if you're not that strong enough, you know, or if you're that type that's going to throw in the towel. So that was my first year. I made like $9,000, 12 months. So
Less
yeah.
than $1,000 a month. You got tested, you know, electricity goes off, food's going bad, and then boom. And that boom didn't just happen by itself. Chastin, you and I both know that, you know, you've had a lot of conversations in your head, and I'm sure there were conversations of like, you know, am I really cut out to do this? Is this really right for me? You know, should I give it, you know, my all? Should I just give up and do something else? How did you battle those conversations? Like, you know, was there anything specifically that you can think back on right now and say, this is the key? Like, this is the key to keep going when everything is just going against you?
You know, I think that my pride had a lot to do with it. Because, you know, especially in real estate, we get into business, and then what do we start doing? We start blasting it out. I'm a realtor. We get our headshots, our photos. We start posting houses and everything. And my pride would not let me tell the world now that here we are just a couple months later that I failed. I'm quitting. I'm done with it. You know, I was also telling myself, like, Chastin, you've already come this far. You know, I was able to recognize the wins that I actually had, because it's easy to look at that stuff and be like, well, you really haven't done anything yet. But I was looking at it in a sense of, hey, you went to real estate school 2 years ago, had to drop out. Now you moved to a whole different city, went to real estate school again, passed this hard test that I didn't think that I was going to pass. You got a listing. You know, you're doing stuff, you're making it. Those are all wins, right? And I had to really recognize that, because I was linking it to just a simple check or just a closing, when it was really more than that. I was acquiring skills the whole time that I didn't even know that I was acquiring. You know, once I picked up that first listing from a cold call, oh man, I got a little cocky, and I was hitting those phones, you know, but that was a win for me. And so I think it's very important to recognize, like, yeah, there may be things going wrong, and that self-talk in our head, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, lights are off. Yeah, you don't have this. Yeah, it all makes sense, and they're all facts. But we need to also recognize and tell ourselves, hey, what did I do well? What am I succeeding in? What did I learn? I've made it this far. This is only the beginning. It's gonna get easier. And that's something that I really did, and I had to rely on myself for it.